Hey guys, it's Kelly. I am back with the layout share. I went to a retreat that was put on by Heather from Heather's Crafty Life, and we all met in Raleigh, North Carolina, and it was a day and a half of cropping and meeting new people, making new friends, and eating a whole lot of food. So this is the first layout that I created. The first two layouts are both using the Felicity Jane Hadley kit. When Gina, put the kits on sale, I went and had to get a new kit. Not that I don't have enough, but I will show you the picture that I got the kit for. Yes, I know I'm not the only person that has done that, but okay, so let me tell you about this layout. I'm going through my mom's house. We just got it on the market. I have been finding photos everywhere. I have found them in the attic, which kills me, under her bed, in her closet, in drawers, in the dining room, in her desk. You know, dementia is awful and it makes people put stuff everywhere. So I have been trying to collectively pile them all up. I'm in the middle of trying to sort them by decade right now, and then I'm going to further, try to get them in a chronological order. And, the layouts that I make, I am scanning the photos and printing them out, and then I'm going to go back with Mom and see, what we can get. And if there's any stories in particular that need to be told. When I found this one, I knew immediately I wanted to scrapbook it. She just looks beautiful. I think she was a senior in high school in this one. I've got the date written down, so I'm going to go back and handwrite the date somewhere, probably maybe right down here pretty small, and show the layout to my mom and see if there's any stories that she remembers, and if so, I will either create like a little 4x12 paper layout or something to tell the story. So with this, I fussy cut some flowers. I added a doily, which of course is my signature thing, and did some paper layers. And this crepe paper was from Christina by Redefine Creative. She had it and it was perfect. And Sarah from Sarah Scraps, asked to borrow it for me because, I'm not gonna meet somebody for the first time and use their supplies, but Sarah facilitated that. So anyway, I love the way that it came out. The only thing I did when I got home was stitch the gold thread with the stitching. I really wanted to make sure the crepe paper didn't come off. I don't know if it's going to get discolored or not. If it does, it does. It was just fun to make, and I just loved the way that the crepe paper ruffles mimicked the ones in her dress. So that's it for my first layout. My second layout that I created, I had this picture of my mom, and I thought that the green in the dress worked well with the Hadley kit, and I used this cut file by Paige Evans, and I just backed it with several of the different papers in the kit. And the only paper that was not from the kit was this one right here, and I thought the typed words worked beautifully with her at her typewriter. I just did 9 to 5 as the title because I really wasn't quite sure what to journal about this. She worked at a railroad for 11 years, so I want to show her this layout before I do the journaling. I will most likely type little strips right here so that I can include what she remembers about working here. And again, I did sew through the photo corners. There's still something that I feel like is missing. I'd like to put a little bit more gold elsewhere, so I may do some gold splatters. I'm not sure though. I'm gonna wait and see after I put my journaling right here and see what it looks like, and if it still looks off, I might just change the letters. But as always, if you guys have suggestions, leave them, because this was me just trying to get some pages done, and that's it. So the third layout was created in response to a timed challenge. Miranda had a challenge where you needed to use something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. So I borrowed Sarah Scrap's silhouette and used this cut file from the cut shop. And the something new was this new collection from Paige Evans, and oh my gosh, it just slipped my mind. Something old was this Bella Boulevard paper clip, and I'm sorry, that's Romeo if you can hear him. This was old and in my stash for a while, so I counted that as something old. I did not have a lot of old embellishments with me, or old papers or things. I just grabbed some of the, you know, my past citrus twist kits or things like that and shoved everything together. There really wasn't a lot of planning on that for me. So this page I made for my daughter, and I will most likely frame this and put it in her room. And once I got home, I stitched through the hearts this way. I was talking to Kira Ness, and I told her that I was contemplating stitching around the hearts, but I didn't want to stitch around them all, and her suggestion was to just go down the center, and it works good. It's very subtle, but it does give that little bit of interest, and I just like the fact that it is celebrating the friendship of my daughter and her friend. So this was the third layout that I made, and yes, the fourth layout I'm going to tell you was a challenge that I absolutely could not stand, and Sarah from Sarah Scraps and I actually stuck our tongues out at Christina for this challenge. It was a brown bag challenge, and what that means is she put in 10 items in this brown bag, and we had to create a layout based off of these 10 items. Now, I'll go through and show you the items, and I will just say that it was very difficult for me, and I love the end result, so it just goes to show that, you know, sometimes it is fun to force yourself to do something, but I was not happy. So one of the items was this pink twine and this tag. Now I cut the tag and just put it behind it, but on the bottom of the tag was these horrendously bright orange stripes, and there was no way that I was going to use that on my page. So that's 2 items. The third item was the doily, right up my alley. I was happy with that one. The fourth item was this light blue cupcake liner. I don't know if you can see that. That wasn't a deal breaker. That was okay. I was like, eh. All right, so that's 4. Number 5 were these puffy gold hearts. I was okay with that. Number 6 were these little rhinestones. There were some other colors, but they were just colors that I don't tend to use, and so that was a little iffy. Number 7 was this little piece of paper layer. If you flip it over, it's a darker pink. It was actually a photo tab, and I couldn't figure out how to work the photo tab, so I backed the tab with another pattern paper, and then I just trimmed off the photo tab part of it and used it as a paper layer. This piece of fabric was kind of bunched up together and a lot thicker, so I pulled it straight and used it as a layer underneath. So I was able to get that. The one that gave me a fit was, there was a big paper straw, you know, like a regular straw length, and it was paper. And I did not know what I was going to do with that straw. I tried blowing ink, and I didn't like the way that turned out. Some crafty ladies actually ran it through their Big Shot, and that worked well. And what I ended up doing was taking it and using it as like a brush and just dabbing mist around. So that may have been a little bit cheating. She didn't say that it had to be physically on the page. She just said you had to use it to create your layout. So those were the items. I believe that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, the last one, there was this pearlized, it was a pearlized card, and I just used it to back my photo. So that's it. Those were the 10 things involved in the challenge. And like I said, I hated the challenge. I stuck my tongue out at her because, you know, I am so mature, and I love the page that it resulted in. So there you go. Now the last page that I created is probably one of my favorites. I had this photo of my son. This was back in December 2006, so he was in kindergarten or first grade. Anyway, I graduated from anesthesia school, so I had gotten my master's, and he just had on his hat. And if you guys have followed me for a while, you know that I'm talking about that he is graduating. And so here's where I need your help. I want to do some meaningful journaling on this page, and I want a title to be used with these stickers. And I'm going to do something right here and then just journal in this area right here. And I haven't figured out how I want to take it, and I'm really struggling with this, and sometimes I have to be in a mood to have that really deep, meaningful journaling. So I'm going to probably create my title based on my journaling, because I think that's just going to be easier. Everything that I used on this, with the exception of the sequins, is from Maggie Holmes, her new collection, Flourish. I did everything at the retreat with the exception of adding the gold thread. I just felt like those little clusters needed a little something else, and I love the gold. This was in a challenge to use a photo that it's either a selfie or has you in it, and some of your favorite colors to scrapbook with, and I love yellow, so this worked well. And I also was able to manage to get a bunny on it. You know, bunnies, birds, butterflies are definitely things that I love to use. So if you guys have any idea about how I can start my journaling on this, I don't know if I want it to be looking back. I don't know if I want it to be looking forward. My son graduates in like 2 weeks, and it's just, I can't decide. You know, sometimes these decisions I have to really think about, and I'm hoping that one of you smart people out there has an idea for me. So here are my layouts. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and like I said, leave me a comment if you have any idea on this journaling, or if you have seen a layout that has something similar, leave me a link or tell me where to go look for it. My scrappy time is still kind of limited, so any help I can get, I would greatly appreciate it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will have another video up for you soon. Take care. Bye.